The front shocks are blown. Something's blown in the front. You can see that. And there's about 1,000 fingerprints on it.
Jesus, it's bumpers.
Oh, it's tore up. It's crashed.
Erupts out of cars.
Hey. Hello? Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I have the Miami Lamborghini blue car.
Uh-huh.
And one of the antifreeze had blew up, and I hit the curb, so I need a tow truck to come get it.
It's 7 in the morning. And these problems haven't happened in years. But ever since this whole shutdown, our business model has changed. And now I'm starting to really regret that. Now, what do I mean? You guys just saw the Hellcat, the green Aventador, and a couple other cars. Well, we have another one this morning, but this one we haven't seen yet. When you get 25 to 30 calls at 2 in the morning from somebody, it usually means a bad thing. Now, sometimes it's a mechanical breakdown, sometimes it's police, sometimes it's overreaction from the client because they don't know how to use something, and sometimes it's concerned citizens. Tonight's call, or last night's call, was all of the above. And now we get to be here. Well, I get to be here, of course, early, 7 in the morning, because I gotta go and solve these problems. So welcome to today's journey of solving another mystery.
It's always something, man.
It's not always something. We don't ever do this. That's the problem. We don't ever do this. You know, the stupid quarantine is, we're breaking our damn rules.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really starting to bother me, you know? And it's like, there's a reason why we don't do things. Now we're 2 for 2 days in a row. And it's starting to piss me off because I don't do this kind of business. So this is gonna be the last time. We're not doing this anymore. All right, here's the facts that we know. All right, we have 3 cars out with 1 group. Now, they told us they were going to a funeral and they needed the cars to, you know, be a nice touch. They have the Rolls Royce and a couple of Lamborghini Huracans. So they wanted to have a nice touch to the funeral and make some nice videos in remembrance of their, you know, fallen family member. At about 12 o'clock in the morning, the GPS started to buzz. Now, when that happens, it usually means that someone is going slightly over the speed limit in a slow speed. I have alerts that basically say if you're going, let's say, 60 in a 30, right? Now, that 60 miles an hour might be not crazy, but in the 30 mile an hour or 25 mile an hour zone, I don't accept that type of behavior. That's ridiculous, right? Go on the freeway, have some fun, do what you want, be safe about it, no problem. But if you're like in a school zone or you're in a residential neighborhood or any of those places, we don't F around. So I have those alerts set. We started to get those alerts first, right? So Atwood was awake. He was the one that was getting them. And then he didn't hear, it kind of calmed down for a little bit. And then at about 2 in the morning, the customers just called back to back to back to back to back to back. Just like, 20 plus calls. And hopefully Mario can add 1 of those or 2 of those calls in there so give you some context of what the customer says, because I'm going to repeat it in a more professional manner. Basically, they left the Lambo on the side of the road in one of the worst parts of town. So I'm fully expecting it to be completely damaged beyond repair. Hopefully it's not, but they said that it was smoking. And this is one of our newer cars. So it's got less than 10,000 miles on it. And for it to have any issues, especially being a Huracan, is gonna be like complete misuse. Now, great thing about Huracans is all the data is there. So anything that happens, you can know. You know about it. It's just so simple. It's like a black box for an airplane. Wonderful thing. You have the GPS data plus the car's GPS data and the car's, engine data. It's gonna help us out a lot. But if the car has got a blown motor or if it's got a real mechanical issue, it could have been, you know, it could have been wrecked into that situation. So at this point, we don't really know what we're going into. That's what I do know, and we're about to find out. We're about 3 minutes away. I see it. Oh, it is on the side of the road. Well, it's kind of on the side of the road in the safe spot, but yeah, it's definitely leaning. The front shocks are blown. Something's blown in the front. You can see that. And there's about 1,000 fingerprints on it.
Jesus, it's bumpers.
Oh, it's tore up. It's crashed. Whoa. Whoa. Look at that.
Both tires are flat.
Not the. Okay, first of all, I know you think the tires are flat. Okay, this thing, this is a totaled car right here. You see right here how the suspension is there and how there's no suspension here. So what this happened right here, this car jumped something. And from the trail of this, which is oil, we are going to probably follow that. Look at that. The investigation continues. Man, that should be like Sherlock Holmes over here. This is awesome. God damn it. We've got some pieces of, that's a soccer ball box. I'm liking that area right there.
Are you?
I do like that area for the accident. We got some cameras right there. So I do see some trail here still, but I don't know how far it could have gone. Now, in the Hellcat investigation, we were looking for a small blinker. In the Huracan investigation, we're looking for a large blue bumper, okay? Or some other pieces of Lamborghinis. I don't know if I see any around here, but we're gonna keep finding them. The car couldn't have gone too far, right? I mean,
Really couldn't have.
that car is completely on the floor. I'm gonna hit the middle of the street real quick.
I'll hit on the passenger side.
Oh, you're right, it did go on the passenger side. I don't see anything on this area. This looked like it would have been the cause, but I don't think so. We're gonna keep going down a little farther.
North in the southbound lane.
Wait, so he was going,
He was driving north in the southbound lane, crossed the median and ran over the curb right there where that tree is, and then drove it this way and then parked it over here.
huh?
Come here, I'll show
That's
you.
crazy.
He was driving, you can see down here, he was driving north in the southbound lane.
Okay, so basically,
Right there where that truck is.
yeah, so he was coming this way, and then that's what I thought, because it looked like he had hit
He
across.
crossed over the curb down there where that tree is.
Wow. So Tony, he was driving on the opposite side of the road, and then he crossed over here where the tree is and kept going, but he said that it was all dry. Does your
No,
building have cameras that show that little area where he's parked?
I don't know.
Because I see the two front door ones.
Obviously, but you can see where he spread the debris going across.
Yep,
here.
starting to see the action there. All right, clearly accident scene here, and right here is the impact. So obviously it's pretty straightforward. He was driving on this side of the road and then came up on the curb right here, hit most of this, and went off that way. So you see there's where some of the rims are, right? There's some part of the bumper right there, the little blue. Right there. And yeah, I mean, you can see here, you have, this is the initial impact here, and then it just goes solid that way. Here's part of the bumper there. So just take that picture, Tony. So this is our, oh, here's a part of the turn signal right here in the front, the yellow part. That's good. And this is good. Now you got a lot of cleanup. Looks like onions. So now we follow the trail. You can see in the road all the way through here. We're gonna try to get the camera footage from the front of that other building that I was showing you and see if it shows what happened when they were driving over there and all that stuff. I got no brake fluid.
Oh, money. Hold on. You got new steering. Yeah. Oh. That's what I was saying.